I'm guessing we're starting now. Hello and welcome to the likely should be final match that we're ever going to see over in this tournament for STKE. I want to start off by giving a fantastic congratulations to Zoobin for winning their match versus Mania 7-3. Incredible playing coming from both players. That it was an absolute nail biter. Honestly, ridiculous scores that we saw. But for now, we're going to be watching a funny little thing, since Eliminate unfortunately was not able to play, or Nathaniel, my apologies. What we're going to do is instead, we're going to have Zoobin, the official winner of STKE, go against Iron, who needs no introduction. The absolute ridiculous, the playtester, the mapper, the just overall just incredible person and an amazing staff member that's been helping out the entirety of STKE. I am joined, I guess, a little bit with our lovely, I don't even know what to call you, the everything person, the streamer, rev, commentator, Ethan922.
Thank you. Yeah, hi. For some reason we couldn't get two commentators for this, so I decided, whatever, it's the last match, or it's the final stream of STKE. I'll just hop in and talk for a bit.
Everyone say hi, Ethan!
Hi.
You're saying hi to yourself? Is that supposed to work? Does that work? I'm guessing I take it that you were there, probably, for the, oh, wait, are we jumping straight into it? Yeah, we are, I guess.
We've seen this warm-up during the Grand Finals match, so we're seeing it again. Do a DT this time.
Alright. Common Iron and Zoobin things, I guess. Yeah, okay. I mean, look, I consider myself to be a relatively decent player, right? Not the worst. But I have no idea what's going on. I cannot follow along. But you know what? It doesn't look like the players can either. So you know what? We take our tiny victories. Honestly, if we can be honest right now, I had a sneaking suspicion that Iron was probably gonna do like incredible, just because Iron is just well renowned for everything. Iron's one of those people that like, you won't even notice, like, it just comes out of nowhere, and wham, like, the best player in the fucking game.
We've only seen Iron play in replays. We haven't seen them playing in a match. We don't know how their scores will be, honestly.
That's true, and I mean, we already saw, like, just a minute ago, the scores flip-flop. Although this is probably not the best indicator for, for overall skill.
Yeah. Can't really tell with an out-of-the-ordinary map like this.
I'll tell you exactly how I play this right. I'll probably just be spamming the keys as fast as I possibly can, and hoping that something lands at least. Not too sure if we've seen a 100 combo yet. Iron keeping the B rank though! I believe they mentioned earlier that they haven't actually played much this week, especially not the pool for this entire week, which makes sense if you're probably playtesting and finishing off the entire tournament. It's probably a nice breath of fresh air to not have to do any of that anymore.
Yeah. It's not that much of an important match anyways, it's just a show match. You don't... I don't see any really big reason to be practicing it.
If you guys are looking to a sneak peek for the next tournament, STKE 2, this is probably going to be the, the round of 32, like Sparxe mentioned. So, a little bit of...
Wow, it crashed the client.
Oh! That's amazing. Missing map. Oh, okay. We have an Iron map. You'll love to see it. Surely it's going to be a nice, relaxing stroll in the park.
We're gonna give that a little error screen and restart the client
I think it's
because
the first time I've actually seen the error screen.
this is the second time we're using the error screen.
Please hold? Hold what? That's I'm kind of curious about. Everyone's like, please hold on, please hold until what? What are we holding? What are we supposed to be holding here? Oh, we're back. Jump scare. Schedule jump scare. I can't tell if I was gonna say I couldn't tell if those were actually the hit object sounds or if those were just the way the song sounded. So yeah, this is environment, actually.
Did you know that the hit sounds are actually turned down by like half volume? If I had the hit sounds at the hit normal sounds at a normal volume, it would be too loud because you hear them because 2 key you can hear them pressed twice at a time.
Oh, that's what the sound was. I remember before I heard that, I was like, that's kind of weird. I personally play, I don't know if people play with the hit sounds, but I also play personally kind of weird. People do as well though, where I turn my volume all the way down, so I have 0 volume for effects, but I'll keep half of my headphones on and half of them off, so I can hear my actual key click. I'm not too sure if I'm the outlier there or there's some merit.
I heard that the Mania community really hates hit sounds for some reason.
It's like a staple in the other game. Standard, I don't know if anyone that plays them with them off, actually. Echo, so
during 4DM, I accidentally had hit sounds on because I didn't know that you weren't supposed to have hit sounds on. And then the chat was immediately flooding with, turn the hit sounds off, please, it's hurting my ears.
That is a common 4-key moment. Oh, it just feels too cluttered, I think. That's for the most part. Zoobin is absolutely killing this chart, though. I'm pretty sure this is an iron warm-up pick. Kind of funny. I'm not too certain. I do know Iron does play KDDK kind of playstyle, where she'll play with like caps lock and shift, kind of like a Taiko playstyle. But I also know that I think Iron actually plays alternate instead. I think she only sometimes does the KDDK. Zoobin does play full alt, but this is close. I'm not too sure if Iron's gonna be able to keep this S rank. Nah, she did. Both players S ranking that. 5.6 stars, by the way. Thomas, two of these players are just, I don't know. I can't tell if there's any 2 players that are like closer in skill level as this. This is gonna be insane. I am glad we at least get to see something.
Yeah.
In terms of like a grand finals, big reveal kind of thing. We're gonna get the rolls in, and Zoobin is going to roll an 84 and Iron 31. Unfortunate for Iron. I thought Iron's just gonna ban the SV.
Okay, dude, what is happening with the client? You can hear it, right?
They're struggling. He's trying to keep up.
It's actually dying.
It's trying its best. You know what I'm really excited to see? Which I'm sure these players are. Sparxe the goat. I have a feeling these players are probably going to do it, but at the end of this, seeing the tiebreaker. Oh my god.
I'm sorry, what did Iron ban?
Iron banned Quatari. I'm not too sure what that is.
I don't know either. Oh, I see.
Is that a nickname?
It's the artist name.
Oh.
I was really confused.
And an LN2 ban, which makes sense coming from Zoobin. Definitely not much of an LN player. Poor Nivrad. I think Nivrad is probably one of the most picked and the most banned maps, or the map with the most banned and the most picked. And we get a Rice 4 to start it off. We see Taromi Hearts, the lovely Jack Stream, stamina, totally heck type of map. Try to watch my French while I'm here.
Did he say Seal World? You can redeem Seal World with channel points? No way. Jai will personally buy you Seal World if you get 30k channel points. That's kind of cheap, actually.
What if we have another redeem for Seal World, where we have to stop the tournament with whatever they're doing and play Seal World for like speedrun Seal World? I think that's like, that'd be great.
I'm hoping for a Seal World speedrun tournament.
That'd be kind of fire, actually.
Though in my opinion, the full game category kind of sucks because you skip like a third of the entire game.
Oh, I mean, we're getting into talk about Seal World, but I think I've seen the one speedrun where like they just keep redoing the checkpoint over and over again, and they get like the 300 fips. Unfortunate. I guess we're gonna start off though. I mean, I can't even play this, so. But of course these players can. So why wouldn't they be able to? It's currently flickering. I think their accuracies are very similar for some of the faster things. It might come down to whoever practiced the map pool more, and we're gonna see an early miss coming from Iron, right as Zoobin's gonna be getting to the combo cap. Zoobin is reaping in some of those points from having that 400 combo. This also might come down to the fact that Iron just hasn't played the map pool much, and Zoobin has probably been grinding, to say the least. We're gonna see misses coming finally from Zoobin. Unfortunately, having it being traded by our lovely Iron. Both players holding on very well though. Nobody's getting any like disastrous misses where they drop below S rank. Very admirable scores.
It does seem like Iron is struggling a lot though. They're getting the miss sound constantly, and Zoobin is holding on to 300 combo. They're about to approach 400. Yeah.
I know if I ever have one-hand trill homework, I'm gonna be calling Zoobin.
Oh, Zoobin does drop right at 400 combo though, so that is going to slow them down, but they still have a 30k lead. Iron is just really struggling. Zoobin's doing just much better. Oh, but they get a burst of misses there.
Yeah, it's coming to these points where the stamina is getting so intensive. I think it's going to be a break here in just a minute, but it's very draining, especially the reading. I think people often neglect the difficulty of reading such a fast stream of notes and alternating where you're looking at. It's definitely a different skill that people don't actually train very much because it's usually secondhand nature, but we're actually going to see Zoobin finding a miss going into the break. Not that it should matter too much. A little silly little miss coming up from Iron. Both players keeping like a 98 though. Oh, no way. Yeah, I mean we have a low 98 coming in from Zoobin. Probably gonna be dropping down to a 97 as we see him drop down to a 97. It's not going to be enough, unfortunately, because Iron's going to be keeping at about that 30,000 score range. But both players to be able to keep this 97 is honestly incredible. And there we have it. 29,000 score difference from Iron to Zoobin. Both fantastic scores. Very low miscounts. And very low everything. But combo really coming in clutch for Zoobin, though, with a 700. Honestly, in Iron's shoes, probably to be picking long note or a hybrid chart. Something a bit more long note intensive. I'm not super familiar with all the charts, but I'd imagine there is, at least from watching the showcase. Oh, is Konu actually the map they picked? It is. As expected, going to hybrid 1. I believe this is on the shorter side of hybrids. Nope, looks like a pretty mid-lane.
It's also 7_7, so I had to turn down the volume for this.
Common 7_7 song now. Whenever I hear songs, especially in tournaments that have like the missed sound effect from Osu, oh, it always gives me a heart attack.
I heard that miss sound and I thought that happened during the match, but that wouldn't make sense because the hit sound, the miss sound is different on the skin. But I'm just so used to hearing that sound.
There's a similar one in it was in 4DM World Cup. It was, I think, the finals or semifinals, one of the hybrids. I think it was TRAP. I'm not too sure, but it always messed with me. Or I think it was Trapped. I think that's what it was. And it's hard to keep the combo. You hear it, and like you glance up to see your combo.
That's pretty funny.
We love some Konu. Basil mapping.
We need a name for this type of pattern. We need
yeah, it's so specific.
We need a pattern or repository for 2-key.
Double doubles? Nah, it doesn't work like that.
Alternating doublets?
Ooh, that might be actually kind of nice. Alternating doublets. Just see a little bit of a miss coming from Iron. Oh, finding a little bit of a struggle to maintain some of those faster mini jacks. Zoobin! This is not okay.
Tetramino could also work. You could call it Tetraminos, like Z or S pieces.
Alright, I think Peppy needs to hire you, actually, for some of these terms. That works way too well, actually.
It was a suggestion from Jai.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Snooze. It's only Jay. You call them Jai?
Yeah, I say Jai because their name is Jai Way, and I think of it like highway.
Oh.
The Jai Way.
It's my way or the Jai way. There's no way Zoobin4 sees this, right? Oh no, and he misses! I was on the edge of my seat. That was so close. Ridiculous combo. I believe he got to like a 1930.
Yeah, Zoobin is.
Oh my gosh.
Zoobin is doing so well on this map. 99%.
I feel like he's doing better than he did in the. I'd have to pull up the scores again. I only saw them once, but I feel like he's doing better than he was in the Match vs. Miniag, which makes sense. There's less nerves here, and you know it's more of a still fun little show match. But insane scores coming from both players. I mean, 39 greats. Other than a few of the rush misses, like Iron held incredibly consistent, and both players keeping very good ratios. 1920 combo. Wow. Unbelievable. Zoobin is Zoomin. Should be a spokesperson. Thank you for the commentator. I didn't commentate, Chris. Oh no. I didn't. It happened like 10 seconds after. It's ready at a From song. Rice one. I mean, you see a map pool, you see Froms, and you just smile. It's exactly what you want to see in a map pool. And thankfully, I think we've seen it like 2 or 3 times in a row in this tournament. I think they are doing that, so they're talking about it in the chat where they're gonna pick the maps that weren't played so that everyone gets to experience all the maps, which is so lovely. So lovely of our dear players.
Yeah, this wasn't played, yeah.
I believe Iron did map, yeah. Iron did map this, unfortunately finding a quick little miss early on. Shouldn't matter too much in the grand scheme of things. Zoobin trading back that miss a little bit later. So Iron should have the advantage as long as it's able to keep up with the combo cap. Which it looks like she is. The consistency needed for like maps like these where it's very particular on not overstreaming, I guess, one of your fingers. Or it'll cause you a big, massive rush. It's very, very awkward. But clearly not to these players. Unfortunately, Zoobin's actually finding another miss there. Iron might actually have the Master's buff. We've been just dropping just shy of a 99, but steadily climbing up again. Iron at a very comfortable 99.5, and unfortunately gonna be dropping down to 199! That was a big drop, but it looks like both players also had a little bit of struggle there. But both managed to keep their combos. Except for Iron, who unfortunately just misses right there. But Zoobin trades over, keeping the lead in Iron's favor, still about 10 to 15,000. Coming into the 3/4 of the way, 3/4, I would say 2/3 of the way done with the song. Now we're at 3/4. Iron finding another miss. But with Zoobin only about 100 combo, it might not matter though. The lead very, very slowly shrinking. But will it be enough? Iron finding a really, really devastating miss there. But Zoobin trading back. The lead's over at 25,000 now. And we're coming in right now towards the end of the chart, and it looks like it's probably going to be going to Iron in about 25 to 30,000 points difference. Zoobin finding just shy little miss there at the end, but Iron trading it right back in. That will be the first point over, it's actually a break point, where Iron is going to be getting that mapper advantage. Both players at 10 misses and below. 10 and 9 misses respectively. Insane combo coming in from Iron. 1,300. That is ridiculous. Just a little bit over double the combo of Zoobin's. That's intense. And Iron immediately goes and picks LN1, which is, again, probably to be expected. Iron leading a bit more into some of the long notes. That or just picking the ones that haven't been picked out. Yeah, so we're going to be going to getting a Leroy song, I Never Go Swimming Without My Lip Liner. Trying to remember which one this was. I do know it was really fun, but that kind of goes to the entire pool.
This was the last map played in the Grand Finals match. It was so intense.
Let me check.
During that last match, like, both players were missing constantly, so I wonder if that's going to happen this time.
I imagine, wow, yeah, and that was intense. That was a 1,000 score difference in that match. Yeah, wow. I'd imagine it probably won't happen as bad this time since nerves were very, very high. But I guess we'll see. Definitely on the harder side of charts.
Yeah, 5.2.
I'm finding a pretty early miss. But pretty negligible in the grand scheme of things. Starting is very fake, is the best way to put it, over in 2E. And yeah, here we go. Just wow.
Yeah, star rating is even funkier than you would see on 1 key.
I've noticed that actually, yeah. At least for like 1 key, you can do some things to burst the star rating just a little bit and have it still be playable. For 2 key, it's really not like that. I used to turn everything from a jack into a trill, so. Both players hovering at about the 98% range. Score is still extremely close, 6,600. And both keeping a pretty nice combo. Hopefully I did not just jinx there. Oh, alright. I'm gonna be fighting, unfortunately, the miss. But Zoobin's gonna be trading it right back. And Iron keeping a fantastic combo throughout that really awkward section. Finding a miss right there. The lead, unfortunately, not quite bounding there. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Wow. So it was a whole conglomerate of misses, and the lead shoots straight into Iron's favor and then immediately back, and it is now actually just neck and neck. Zoobin has the lead by, again, such a small amount, basically 3 digits. And Zoobin's gonna be finding the miss. It looks like Iron's gonna be holding on. And unfortunately getting a miss. Less than 1,000 point difference. Iron's gonna be getting a pretty massive jump from that miss from Zoobin's side. A few unfortunate misses coming from Zoobin. And it looks like with trades back and forth, this really hectic ending. But Iron seems pretty comfortable up in their lead of about 5 to 10,000 now. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh no, not again. Not again. Oh.
And Iron wins by 350 score.
It didn't happen again. Iron actually saved it.
It happened again. Even harder than the last match. The match going from Zoobin and Miniag with a 1,400 point discrepancy, and this one just taking that number and running with it.
Yeah, that was crazy. So close with all those misses everywhere.
That might be the closest we'll ever see a match to the grand finals. Yeah, I don't really know what to say about that. Currently, it is tied. Officially tied. Zoobin going in with the... Gotta say, I didn't expect that one. Zoobin going in with LN3. You know, I think it's a cold day in hell when Zoobin is picking a long note chart. Ever. I mean, the only thing I can think of is either... What probably is happening is Zoobin picking the maps again, just because they want to play the maps that weren't played earlier. It is a bit frustrating when you practice a map pool, like, for hours and hours and hours in just this really short week, to be honest. Just to have, like, half the maps not even be played. It is a little bit frustrating. Because you have so much time that you possibly wasted. Even though it's not really wasting, it, you know, Like, wow, I wish I would have practiced these maps a little bit more, this map a little bit less. Zoobin is gonna miss pretty early on, but within the first 20 notes, it's gonna be absolutely negligible. Both players keeping pretty much tied accuracy. We might actually get to see it tie here in a second. I mean, it's gonna flip back and forth here for a second. The break will end in just a minute.
It is so tight. It's under 100 points. Oh, not anymore.
Zoobin's gonna get the first miss. No one's FCing this. Absolutely not. I refuse to believe Iron will FC this. This is a ridiculously difficult chart. I'm surprised she was able to manage to actually hit that transition. Probably one of the most difficult transitions in the entire map pool, to be honest. But it does happen a few more times, and Iron's gonna actually find that miss there, but at a extremely solid 1400 combo nearly. Zoobin is gonna have a little bit more of a difficult time trying to hold on. Kind of to be expected. Iron is very well known for her immaculate LN skills. Gonna be finding another miss right there, but it's gonna be traded over Zoobin, but unfortunately they'll be fine. But it still shouldn't matter quite too much. Score difference at still in the 4-digit range. The thing I remember about this chart explicitly is nothing of what happened before matters coming into this last part, because this last section is a nightmare. An actual nightmare for anything consistency-wise. So you just gotta hold on for dear life and pray. Zoobin finding another miss where really he probably doesn't want to. In Zoobin's eyes, I just gotta hold on here as best as you can. I hope that Iron is able to find quite a few misses coming into this last PI. And that's exactly what he's gonna get, with Iron finding a miss, and he'll keep the combo. Happening again. And Zoobin hits the transition. Phenomenal job. The score is less than 1,000 right now. Less than 500, less than 400, less than 300, and it's gonna flip over to Zoobin. It is absolutely anybody's game right now. Both players at the combo cap. Extremely identical accuracies. Iron almost missed in there, but being able to catch on just on that last few milliseconds. And unfortunately, going to be giving a miss with this unit with a 13 or 1200 goblet. It's also going to be missing, and he's going to get a few more misses. This is below 800 score right now. Iron will be the first one to get to that cap, but unfortunately, they're going to find a miss. They're going to be finding a few more. Zoobin shooting up the lead up to 6,000 points. And Iron just unfortunately not able to find that consistency that they need in order to help this flip just quite around. Really struggling on some of these midi jacks, but Zoobin is also right there with her. But unfortunately, it's not going to be enough, with Zoobin taking off in their points at 919,000, a 25,000 score differential from what was an Iron-dominated chart. Immediately flipped over within seconds. That was intense. Wow. I gotta say, I think the lack of nerves is helping Zoobin a ton. Zoobin tends to struggle, from what I know of them personally, a little bit with nerves. Like, probably 99% of the player base that involves in tournaments. But seeing them without nerves is just a monster. Just an absolute monster. Monster on the keyboard. And it looks like Cytokinesis is going to be picked. Hybrid 4 coming in from Iron. I still think the hybrids and long notes are going to be the play from Iron if, you know, if she's trying to make that comeback.
Yeah, I do think Iron is better at long notes, honestly. We've seen them play a few of them.
Zoobin... hate's a pretty strong word, but I don't know what better way to describe Zoobin's and long notes relationships. This song is actually just cat jam. Absolutely. It is going to take a little bit for it to get into the meat and potatoes of the chart. But it looks like here we go. We're getting into it, and Iron's going to find the first miss right at the combo cap, which is really unfortunate. Anything can happen in this chart. There's lots of really awkward and really quick main jacks like we're going to see here with Zoobin finding a miss, trading that back. And that lead is going to start going into Iron's favor if she's able to maintain that combo. And it's flipping back and forth right now. Accuracies are neck and neck.
It was almost tied. The bar line just almost didn't exist.
I think it just did that for a second, actually. Oh. Zoobin's gonna take a little bit of a lead to a small act drop coming in from Iron, but both players are at the combo cap, and that is not gonna stay the same as Iron's gonna find another miss. Get another one, but not super important. But that is a horrible column lock. That is unfortunate. You'll love to see it. That is 2Key in a nutshell, ladies, gentlemen, and everybody else. And Zoobin's gonna absolutely take off with that lead by nearly 100,000 right at the end. That is... yeah, that is a classic 2Key moment. I'm surprised we haven't seen more of those, actually. Those massive column locks. Honestly, such a neck-and-neck match. The 99.2 to 97.9 is not doing it justice with how close that match was if it wasn't for that column lock.
I think Scorby2 actually fixes column locks a little bit so that you don't get it as often.
Yeah, well, definitely for like the long notes. But it is still very easy to lock out of a column in general.
Yeah.
What do they call those? Maybe they call them something specific. They're called like CB rushes? I think that might be an Eterna term, but it might be the same thing. I just call it column lock. I think it's a little bit easier to understand because, you know, you can't hit any more of the column because you're rushing it out, I guess. I don't know. I'm not smart enough for this.
Me neither. I don't really play this game.
Sky above, last one. I guess we're gonna go into the last one that hasn't been picked yet. Assuming that's what they're talking about. And we're gonna pick. They're gonna pick Hybrid 2 Sky above, which I mentioned before when I was playing the map for the first time. I love the sample. I love the samples that they use, but
feels like Iron is avoiding all of the maps that they played. They picked one of their own maps, but there's 3 others left. I wonder why they're not trying to go for the mapper advantage.
Maybe Iron's raring up for a reverse sweep. Making this a nail biter. Finding a quick miss right there at the beginning. But this is a very hectic chart. I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to see a lot of misses here in just a second, and Iron's going to find, unfortunately, another one. Zoobin keeping on a very strong combo. Iron not quite able to find that steady footing. Thankfully, the misses that she's getting are very close together, so that she's able to maintain a combo somewhat later on, and Zoobin finding a miss there. Unfortunately, right at the break, which will flip things just a little bit. Give Iron a little bit more of a fighting chance. The lead is shrinking still. Iron, accuracy raising up. Possibly aiming for that 99, and Zoobin's gonna be finding a really unfortunate miss. Oh, but Iron's gonna be trading that in a very odd spot. Both players hovering around 99%. Surprisingly, not a lot of misses coming in general. I feel like it's always like a bit easy just to get random misses over in like long note trades, especially at such intense ranges. And Iron and Zoobin could be finding a trade right there towards the end of that section. Zoobin's still keeping a very comfortable lead, 16,000 and now up to 20,000. Zoobin will be trading it back, but it shouldn't matter too much. Only about a quarter of the chart left. If Iron is trying to have a chance, she needs to really keep a combo, like here and now. And Zoobin finding the miss! That might be exactly what Iron is looking for. But will be enough, and unfortunately Iron's going to find that miss, which will likely seal the deal, unless Zoobin's computer maybe bursts into flames. Or maybe a lightning strike. Or a pigeon attack, in fact. You know, the song is talking about creatures in the sky above, so maybe it's a sign. And Zoobin is going to be taking a very comfortable 40,000 point lead. Maintaining that 99, I think. I think 99.1? Yeah, 99.1. 99.13. I mean... yeah, just phenomenal playing coming in from Zoobin. And we are going to see the SV map getting played. Oh my gosh. If from what I remember before is true, this will likely be pretty brutal to Zoobin, who I don't believe practiced the SV chart.
But yeah, they didn't practice at all. They did awful on their match.
Zoobin is one of those people that I've never seen a person like this before. They mentioned it before in their match against me. He did practice it, but unfortunately he just sucks at SV. Well, I'll get with you one day, Zoobin. We'll work on SV. Young Padawan. Now, Zoobin pretty exclusively not banning the SV against SV players. And usually it's not at all, just because I guess they're very respectful. They're just a cool guy. They're just a chill guy. You know what I mean? That's why they don't ban the SV. They're just a chill guy. I am not actually too sure if Iron is the one that play tested this map, but I mean, I remember the play test, the replay for this. I apologize. The replay for this being pretty phenomenal score-wise.
I think Iron does literally all the replays.
Yeah, the SV is a little bit of a weird one sometimes, people. But from what it looks like, Iron most definitely probably did the replay. We're gonna have these very, very quick teleports and intense memo section. It's pretty awkward teleports, and also I believe there's some 1 millisecond snaps there. Zoobin, yeah, I mean, this is kind of gonna go one way, no matter how you look at it, so.
Yeah, I don't really think there's a need to talk about what's happening here. We'll just stare at Iron for a while and see how well they do. Let's not pay attention to Zoobin.
I'm really interested in seeing if Iron, somebody who said they haven't played the map pool in like a week, which makes sense. is able to fare on, especially the ending. Find a quick little miss there, but some memo LNs. You gotta coordinate, see which ones you hold, which ones you don't.
Oh, Zoobin. Alright, is Zoobin gonna hit any of these? Because they missed all 4 of these.
I mean, they're hitting it.
Come on, Zoobin.
Zoobin!
You can hit at least one of them, right?
Just tap them. Just tap them. You don't hold. You don't hold. You don't hold. No!
I think they're doing this intentionally, right? There's no way they're they said they're not. No, they said they're not good at SV, but there's no way that they're that bad, right?
I wonder. Maybe he's just being humble.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, no, look how bad I am. Just so that next tournament he comes around and sweeps everybody at SV. I had to bribe him to not ban it. Apparently, coming from Mini-Egg. Makes sense. Very, very Zoobin thing to do. And here we're gonna have this forward telegraph. Yeah, of course Iron can hit it. Why wouldn't they be able to? Come on. And there we have the, yeah, that section. Iron being able to hit most of them, which is, I would almost say shocking. It's a very Iron thing to do. Spooky accuracy even, 96.66. I even see a lot of 2 7s in there. It's, I don't know, some funny numbers going on. Yeah, I mean, that ending is probably one of the most brutal endings that you could have in an SV Grand Finals map. Zoobin, just not having too much luck with with those Ellens, I guess.
Wait, was Zoobin listening to the stream during
He
that
might have
map?
been. It was probably kind of funny.
Mm-hmm. Because how would they know that
Like,
we
no,
said
I'm
that?
not trying to explain. But you can because you're playing.
Uh-huh.
You fucking lunatic.
Are you doing that for every
excuse
map?
my friend. Please excuse my French. I mean, technically, it wouldn't be against the rules or anything. It would just be a very odd decision to have the song doubled up and a constant 5 to like 10-second delay on everything that's going on.
Technically, if you're able to ignore the voices, you can get advice from the commentators about what to pick, and you get help like that.
I mean, I feel like that's pretty standard for a lot of people, especially if they don't know what to pick, or if they don't know what to ban, or anything. Some people go in without prepping. They just go in to go in. I am very behind. We picked a Queenston's map. Rice 5, ready. Currently the score is 5-3. It's still exuberantly close. I like that word. Exuberant. Exuberant.
My English isn't
Never
good
mind.
enough.
I'm sorry. Exuberantly. Yeah, you'll love to see it. An iron world instead of a steel world. In a perfect world, maybe that would happen.
Iron world?
Get it? You're like, you know?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, it's tied.
Ironmon for a... Yeah, that's a... Yep. Is this just a thing people can hit now? Is this okay? I guess both of these players are a little bit too comfortable on this map. I mean, Iron fighting the first miss. That was a little bit ridiculous. Both players keeping a V1 SS up until that point. We're trying to mess around with Zoobin a little bit since he's listening in. And then Iron's internet disconnects. Oh no!
Don't jinx it.
Oh, I don't jinx it. No way, I don't jinx it. I'm not a jinxer. Zoobin's gonna be keeping a pretty comfortable lead though, about 12,000 score. Iron quickly getting back up to that combo cap. Unfortunately, dropping combo right before the break. And right as they get to the combo cap, yet again, they're going to be finding another miss. Zoobin, unfortunately, finding a miss to trade it back, losing their, I believe, near V1 SS. But if things keep going the way they're going with Iron, unfortunately, not able to keep a combo coming into this ending, looks like it is going to be going to Zoobin, which will end us being on match point, but it's going to be finding another miss, a few more misses. Maybe this match might not be over yet. Iron finding another miss, unfortunately. That was, wow, that was just about the flip. That was very close. I mean, both players a little too comfortable for my liking on a grand finals map. And for the final, well, possible final map, the match point is going to be Arthralgia.
Finally, they choose an Iron map.
11. Here's where it all turns around.
There are 2 more Iron maps left.
After this, if Zoobin wins, we just keep playing. Why not? Let's pick the bands next too. Maybe Iron has an inferiority complex. They don't want their maps to be picked. I feel like they're bad. Surely. Got the golfs. The golfs have been released. And again, this is possibly the last official map of the last official grand finals of STKE. And Iron's gonna find an early miss. I do like that suggestion. I believe Iron should do this map blindfolded. I think both players should actually. That would actually be kind of fun to watch, to see who does better.
I don't think mapper advantage warrants such an extreme handicap.
But what if it did? You know what I mean? Iron finding a few misses out of the gate. I mean, both players should be finding misses out of the gate. But that might be too much to ask for, I guess. Iron, unfortunately, not able to keep up quite too well, but this song is so techy and so awkward to try to hit. Zoobin will find their first miss, but sitting at a very comfortable 20,000 point differential. Things really aren't looking quite too good for Iron in terms of making a surprise comeback.
Zoobin is out here to prove that mapper advantage doesn't exist.
I guess. I mean, I feel like this is a little unrealistic. I guess we're cheating in grand finals now. I don't know what's going on. Like, this is a ridiculously difficult chart. I thought this is probably going to be the one both players might even like get an A rank on. Maybe not like actual A rank, but at least a few times, and might have like a 95, 96, but 99 and a 98? Yeah, I don't think anything could have prepared me for that. Zoobin finding a miss, but it being immediately traded over with Iron, a 42,000 point difference. We are only half through the turn, so anything can happen. But in order for this to happen, I believe Iron is going to need to find a combo somewhere. Your accuracy is honestly phenomenal, especially for how much they're missing. Their misses have been very clean, which is surprising for such an awkward experience of chart. But accuracy alone is not going to be enough when you're against a gauntlet like Zoobin.
What?
Zoobin is...
Zoobin?
Going to something. That could be Banshee, it could be a disconnect, it could have been an early back out, maybe he thought the map was over.
It could be a client bug, also. I've seen it happen before.
That was like highest accuracy I think I've ever seen on like a map like this.
They did in fact disconnect.
His internet might have gone out, which is kind of funny. It's a little bit funny. But probably not to him.
At least this keeps us in the match. Unless they decide to replay it.
Because I don't think with how that was going, Zoobin was going to lose that whatsoever. At least now we can hyper-focus on what Iron's doing. My OCD is messing with me just a little bit by not having the UR bar directly in between the receptors. Just slightly offset, and it really makes me mad. And like the score, the 0 on the score is just a little bit too far into the lane. It's... I hate having to look at that.
Is there a way to move the UR bar on the skin?
No, unfortunately.
So you actually have to center the lanes.
Osu is just a you know, an indie developer, so.
Where did Zoobin go?
We couldn't have all these fancy and nice things like Quaver and Eterna. Hopefully we're able to find Zoobin and bring him back home where he belongs.
They're here.
In this match. And there he is, back at home, nice and comfortable. Divine intervention. You know what? You'll love to see it. Oh, but Zoobin's gonna win. Oh, I'm really interested. Okay. What did Zoobin get?
Wait, how do we know their score?
That's a great question.
Oh, they posted it. Okay then. Well,
they have to play 2 Kaifos, right?
Yeah, I assume that's gonna happen.
That would be illegal if they couldn't. Zoobin! Okay. I'm a little bit confused. They sent 2 scores. Which one did they get? I'm a little confused. I'm not too sure.
You're right. Which one did they get? Probably the one with the leaderboard on it.
Yeah, but why does the leaderboard say 709,000? That might have been another one. The score from halfway through the map disconnected me. Oh, okay. So he gained the ending. Okay, that's the thing that people do. So his score, his final score, was a 959,486. 3 misses? That's not real. That's just not real. 26 greats, 1,382 combo. Insanely ridiculous. I would have loved to see that the entire way through. Congratulations to our world champion. Our world champion grand finalist. Zoobin on his victory in STKE, as well as his victory against the immovable object that is iron. This is what happens when what is it? The the immovable object versus the unstoppable force. These are these two players, and we're gonna get the tiebreaker underway. 2007. You'll love to see it. Golden years, let me tell you. I mean, this was just a fantastic tournament overall. I mean, definitely one of the first of its kind that are actually like a fully fleshed out 2-key tournament. I think there's been other tournaments in the past, it's not like specifically 2-key based, but that are involving other key modes like 4-key, 7-key, 1-key, 2-key, 3-key. But usually those are gimmick based.
Like an all-key tournament?
Yeah, I know there's been some. There's like all modes and all keys and everything. Usually they're gimmicky. They're not meant to be like a super serious tournament like this one.
If we end up if we end up running a 3K tournament, I'm hoping we get like a low-key tournament, like 1-key, 2-key, and 3-key all in one map pool. That'd be pretty cool.
That sounds amazing, actually. Someone's got to get on. Someone write that down.
Jai, get on it.
A low-key tournament? Wait, that sounds amazing. That sounds really fun. But yeah, I mean, for the first of its kind, nearly all of it is custom mapped, if not every single piece of it. I feel like people all of the time, especially tournament players that might not have that behind-the-scenes background knowledge of mapping, or sorry, of tournaments, might not understand just how much work goes into all of this. In terms of scheduling, finding staff that are available for all these specific times, reschedules that might happen last minute. Sorry, guys. The play testing involved, finding commentators that align their schedules together, and making sure it all flows perfectly and has fail-safes in case things don't work out. And even all of these custom songs and maps that go into this. For instance, this song we're currently listening to, a lovely song by Sydosys, which is a custom song. It takes a lot of effort, so I mean, again, probably go into it later, but like, big congratulations and big ups to the STKE staff for having this go so smoothly and so swimmingly. I do hope that, you know, as things proceed, we'll be able to find more and more light and invigoration for Loki in general. This 6-minute and 25-second long song. I feel like it's longer. I'm pretty sure it's longer, actually. I might be wrong. It says 6:25. I believe it. But I'm pretty sure this is not that short. I'm pretty sure it's longer. Yeah, I've said, say, on Spotify, I have it at 7 minutes and 5 seconds. So, that's interesting.
It extends out for another 30 seconds at the end. The map is 6:25.
My 2K post knowledge is unmatched. Put me in a trivia, like right now. I'm trying to have that on my Spotify Wrapped. Zoobin is, I mean, this makes sense for Zoobin to be performing well. Having tiebreaker be a very real and very obvious possibility against mania, especially, you know, Iron. Even though Iron is technically not in the tournament. So it makes sense that he practiced it, but having a 98 at this point? This is score V2. Just to be very, very clear, this is score V2, which is probably even harder to get than score V1 on this kind of awkward chart. We are about 3/4 of the way into the song, so not super long left. But this ending is just absolutely brutal. Zoobin does have a 50,000 score increase. I'm gonna be honest, you can't count it out just yet.
We've been licked.
I don't know what that means, but you'll love to see it.
You don't know what it means to be licked?
You know what? I do, but I also don't think I do at the same time. Zoobin, you're not supposed to be able to combo this, by the way. You're not supposed to be able to. That's, like, illegal, I think, actually. I'm pretty sure it's against the rules. We might have to put that in the fact. Do not combo.
Well, I was not paying attention for this whole map. I didn't realize Zoobin was comboing through all of this.
Well, I don't believe he's F-sitting or anything, but... I mean, he is, like, crushing that combo right there. But that's not, like, a real thing you're supposed to be able to combo. But he got it! He got a 2,000 combo going into this last PI. Yeah, both players are gonna find misses, but I mean, just look at this map and say that you're not supposed to miss here. How is he not missing more? How are both these players not missing more? Iron raising almost 2% throughout that entire section.
Those super short LNs, you're supposed to play them as rice, but they actually affect readability because it changes the color of the note and it makes it harder to read how many rice notes there are.
Yeah, I mean, some players have it to where they're different colors, some people don't, but, like, I mean, this is just insane. This is just insane coordination and consistency between both these players. And there we have it.
Zoobin 900k.
Broke through the 900,000 barrier. Unbelievable. First player, I believe, to do that in a match. Which isn't really saying too much since there's been only 2 times this has been played, but congratulations to both players. Both players getting double-digit misses. Double-digit misses. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't even have a double-digit misses on this. 2100 combo. Even Iron getting 1,000 combos is pretty out there. Yeah, so that should probably line up, by the way, for those wondering, with round of 16 for STKE 2. So, like, one of the Rice 1, maybe. So, probably look forward to that for the difficulty. But we're going to have that. That is going to be the show match of Zoobin versus Iron. Zoobin is going to take out that lead, with Iron still doing a very admirable score against the winner of the entire tournament. That's been a blast. This has been an absolute blast. To play in, to commentate, and just to be a part of, honestly. Congratulations to all the players that are able to make it as far as you did. Whether you won by default, whether you swept your opponent, whether you got swept, whether you played a strong match, regardless of what round you made to, congratulations. Hopefully there will be more tournaments like this in the near future, and practice makes perfect, especially with such a brand new concept of 2 keys. Like, the maps are only gonna get better. Things are only gonna get more intense. More people are gonna find interest, and things are just gonna be all around better. So if you guys want to join us in that journey, feel free to join the Joke Discord, which is kind of home for everything from 1 key, 2 key, 3 key, 4 key, 7 key, even Seal World. Speedrunning. So I want to give a warm thank you to everyone in staff and all the players for making this experience as good as it was. I don't know if you have anything that you want to put out there. My lovely co-commentator.
Seriously, thank you to all of the staff. Like, I love streaming this. Like, you might think I do a lot of work, but all I do is stream. I just turn on a stream, and it's fun for me. I love doing this. So, thank you for running this, having this tournament run, letting me do all of this. Thanks everyone for watching, and yeah, that's it for me, I guess.
Can we get some W's for Ethan? I'm sorry. for Ethan. I don't think I've seen anybody contribute so much to a tournament outside of, well, Jay, Sunny, whoever else the staff members are. I'm just teasing. But
I'm a streamer. I'm non-essential staff. Thank all the essential staff.
You are essential. You are always essential. And everyone's essential. Can only buy you Steel World once. That's so sad. But thank you guys again for watching. Won't keep you guys too much longer. Hope you guys enjoyed STKE. I hope to see you guys in the next iteration.
Goodbye.
Ciao.